So like I was saying, we could experiment more on GPT, right? So there you go. The colors of the wall was white and now it has made them to be blue. I don't know what has happened to my browser, but yeah, there you go. That's the image. You can look at it for this for now. Right, I'll just zoom in so that it's visible. But yeah, there you go. There's still some white in the walls now, but I think those are the something hanging from the ceilings. But there you go, right? It has done a fairly decent job. So I could give it an image again. You could give it two images, ask it to add something from one, replace something in the other. You could do all of those experimentational aspects as well. um, Google AI Studio is fairly interesting because you get a developer sort of an interface. You have a lot of control, and you're able to generate a lot of different outputs. You have a lot of different parameters that you can tweak with. So, for example, with image generation, you could write a prompt, and I'm not sure if it'll give you the same prompt, but I used 2.5 here. I'm using 2.0 here. Experimental. It's going to take some time, but you can see not the best output, but yeah, it does a fairly good job. What you have additionally here in Google AI Studio is the prompt gallery, where, for example, if I go to marketing AI and I specify a product, okay, let's say basketball for athletes, and I run this, what it's going to do is going to generate a description for me, right? There are some samples available here. You could add 500 examples here. So it is creating a marketing description for basketball trade targeting athletes. Dominate the court, the basketball is engineered for peak performance with superior grip and constant bounce, deliver unparalleled control, accuracy. So I think it writes the ad or the marketing description. I will copy this and I'll come back to ChatGPT again, and I'll go to a new chat. I will enable the image generation, create an award winning ad. I'm going to go with option 1. There are 3 options. I'm going to go with option 1 for now because giving it 3 options is going to be confusing for the model. It will not understand what to do. So let's focus only on performance, and I will send this prompt. While this is being generated, so you could come to Google AI Studio and you could experiment quite a lot with the images that are being generated. For example, I have a few samples here from one of my earlier sessions. I'm not sure if the images will load, but let me just see if they're able to load. This was the one that we just made, but yeah, you get the idea. Now, to experiment, I would recommend a few channels. So on YouTube, you could look at Fireship. That's a fairly interesting channel. I've started to follow it recently. Seems like an old channel, and whenever something new happens in the tech space, it puts it out here. Right? You must have seen the Ghibli image trend by that people have been following. So I don't know if it can now create Ghibli images because there was some issue and they just stopped generating Ghibli images. Additionally, just putting out Gemini 2.5 Flash, just this will give you a bunch of ideas. This channel is also very good. AI search, which allows you to get updates on whatever latest is happening. Plus LLM's image generation. If you just put this, you would find a lot more content, and there are a few channels that you can follow. So you have Fireship, and then you have Google's native LLM image editing, right? So there is Quen. So there are just too many tools. Um, as I was teaching my students, we covered a bunch of different examples in class. Yeah, and there you go. That's your ad copy, and I think that's beautiful, right? So I used Gemini's marketing prompt gallery to generate a copy or an ad copy, like I would say. This is called your get catchy advertising copy tailored to your idea, right? And I could put any product here. Okay, so you could upload your own samples as well. So I can put this, I'm not sure how I would upload it, but one second, let me see. Okay, can I add something? Import example, and okay, I can upload, I can browse, just go to downloads. Okay, I'm not sure where that image is downloaded, but let me just check one second where this was saved. It's in downloads itself. So I want to upload, not an Excel, I want to import examples. Oh, these are, sorry, insert image right here. Okay, I just forgot about that. So there were some images that I uploaded, there are some sample images also, and you could upload something new as well. So if I upload this one, right, which is like an office, I could ask that I want to like add copy for a co-working space, and it could generate that for me. But let me just see what it can do. So by the time that's loading, you have it right here. The text is perfect. Again, you have to give it the text. If you ask it to generate the text, there's a chance that it might not do it perfectly well. But if you give it the text, and just the color, the shade, you know, texture, all of that in the ad copy, it seems perfect, right? It does not look like an AI generated one. And again, you could click and you could, there is some issue with my browser, I'm not sure what, but you could modify. Okay, I don't think that's going to fix it, but yeah, you could describe what you want to add. You could upload an image and you could ask it to add that image into this image, try to merge something, etc, etc, etc. You could do all of those. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but if I just take this for now, and it's going to load here, and I'm going to say target audience is startups, MSMEs, and I'm going to press Control Enter. Just going to choose this, and I am not sure if I'll be able to run this. Let me try it here. I want to add a test input. Let me see. Once I touch here from writing a new text and clicking run. Okay. Why can't I do the same thing here? If I delete this example and I delete this example, I only have one example now, but I'm not able to run it. Why am I not able to run it? Okay, I'm not sure why that isn't working, but if I were to delete this and I were to add a test example here, I'll just take this one. Okay, I think I'll have to add it here, not in the above area. I say startups and MSMEs for co-working space, because that's an office space, and if I run this, I will get the result. So I have to put it here in this section. I'm also experimenting with this. I'm not sure if the interface looks like this itself, or it can be expanded, but yeah, here it is giving you an ad for the co-working space. You could come back, new chat, create image, and I will remove image 2 for now, and I will only ask you to create for the first one. So I'm using Gemini to generate an ad copy. I'm using GPT-4o to create, again, GPT-4o can also generate ad copies for you, that's not the problem. It's just that you have to try and experiment with different tools to get a better sense of how these tools would work, which one would be better than the other. Now I'm not going to take you through all the tools, but I hope this gives you some sense of how you can utilize them, right? This is the best that we have in the market right now, and while this loads, that's going to be the last example for this video. But keep experimenting, try to do something new with these models, try to follow with the latest news in the market. That'll help you get a better sense of how these tools can be utilized. I've shared a few YouTube videos with you while screen sharing here, and you can see that it's creating an ad copy. Again, you could modify, I'm not from marketing, but I'm sure if you experiment enough, ask it for what variations you could put into this image, it will definitely give you a bunch, right? This looks like an ad copy, which is like something that'll come in a print or a social media, but yeah, there goes a that's the image. As you can see, it's still loading, but you can see how it renders text right there, right? It goes pixel by pixel, rendering the text effectively. So that's about it for this video, and there you go, there you have it, no mistake whatsoever, right? Seems fairly okay for a newspaper ad or something. Perfect. I hope this gave you some sense into image generation. Like, you have to keep experimenting. I'm pretty sure by the time I put out the next video, there's going to be something new in the market, something new that'll be much better than what we already have, maybe by OpenAI, maybe by some other company. But that's the idea. The technology keeps on changing, you keep on experimenting, be agile, adapt, experiment, and that's how you move ahead. Thank you for watching the video.